Okay, fuckers, get the "oh my god, he's so white" comments out of the way because I'm wearing a tank top. It's hot here today in New York, so deal with it. Anyways, lately, there's been a lot of paid mod talks. Let's see what the Fallen community has to say about this, shall we? This is a confusing topic for me. There's both pros and cons for the feature. It's nice that mod makers get the respect and revenue it deserves, but it splits the community in half and my morality. It seems like a good addition, but really poisons the majority of casual players just needing fun. Now, people are saying just casual players needing fun, but according to Bethesda, only 8% of PC players have installed a mod when they play their games. I don't know. I don't believe that, okay? So I feel like that these are numbers that have just been largely understated. A lot of stuff in their statement in response to this mod business really had me scratching my head like, what? That can't be true. Like saying that we really don't make a lot of money off mods because of, you know, since only 8% of people download the mods when they play Fallout or Skyrim. I'm like, no. These communities aren't so big that only that small percent of people buy mods and stuff. But I agree, it's a split. There's goods and bads to this. This program needs work. Surely paid mods is going to lead to people making crappy rush mods so they can get money. Who decides how much they cost? That's a good question. Now, like I said, this program needs a lot of work. But that's what my #1 concern was when you guys were listening to the podcast, was that who's going to control and police these mods? I know that you have a 24-hour period until you can return it or something like that, or before you fully pay it, something along those lines. But for the love of God, like, this would lead to such a shitstorm of people creating these bad mods and just throwing them out there. The quality would just dip so that people could make lots of money. And you know what? To a degree, I understand them, but it's just, it doesn't work because it's such a get money quick scheme. It's not like YouTube where you got to put time into it before you actually see some type of payback from it. So that's why it was a really scary reality for a lot of people, it seems. First time I heard about pay for mods, it sounded like a bad idea. I remember Oblivion's Horse Armor DLC and how well that went. Exactly, Bethesda even called themselves out on that. And that's kind of what it would turn into, is that mods, a lot of times when they improve your game, it's not like this huge, vast improvement sometimes. With like Fallout 3 New Vegas, I can kind of understand with things like stutter remover. Those are big game changer mods, archive invalidation, etc. But when most mods are little things like physics, graphics, lighting, stuff like that, that, don't get me wrong, I don't undermine the work of the modders. It takes a lot of effort. I couldn't do it. But for these people whose future professions are in game development, this isn't that hard. It's stuff to put on their portfolio, not stuff that we should really have to, I don't want to say have to pay for, but this could all be solved with a fucking donation option, okay? I know no one's gonna make a living off of this, but for the love of God, just put a donation button. It could have been all solved right there. But what I was trying to say was that, just like Oblivion's Horse Armor, that's a little piece of content that you could get for free, no doubt. It's just a fucking skin, basically. That's what a lot of mods are, just reskins, etc. So it's like, why not just make it all free anyways? I did. How would this affect Nexus though? As user-friendly as the Steam Workshop is, using the Nexus Mod Manager is much better. Well, the thing is that people would want to have made money on this. So basically what would have happened is that everyone would have left Nexus, went to the Steam Workshop, because, you know, as great as Nexus is, you're not going to be making money there. So there obviously would be those cool people who are just like, you know, here's a great mod and it's free, enjoy. I just want to put something on my portfolio for when I apply to X, Y, and Z. But for me personally, I mean, I was so scared for Nexus's future because along with that, I think they were only getting like a 5% split of the entire revenue split that was going between Valve, Bethesda, and the modder, if the person actually wanted to include Nexus in it. So it was kind of like a scary thing for Nexus. It almost, I felt like it could have wiped them out. Like the woman said, it takes $500,000 to keep this site up every month. So be sure to support Nexus because they deserve it. Paid mod capability in general is just a bad idea. Okay, yeah, some modders deserve donations, but if you're modding someone else's IP in hopes of making a living leeching off of that product, you have a really crappy philosophy behind doing what you do. It shows you don't really care that much about the fun of making good mods, but rather you're just trying to get quick experience and or money, and thus possibly a job in the future, as modding games is often a good way to try to get into the industry, by leeching off of a product by someone else instead of going out, finding a game engine and designing your own game and making it wholly yours. Now, this comment just has me so torn. I get what you're saying, buddy, okay? You know, that you shouldn't go into this mod business to make money, but whenever you go to make a mod, it's either, you know, yeah, you can make a mod for fun, but let's be honest, some of these really big, crazy mods that people make, like Falscar, Project Nevada, etc., can get people jobs, okay? These big mods that show, hey, this person's talented, can get people jobs, okay? But not a lot of people are going to go in there thinking to themselves, I want to do this for fun. They're going in there to either experiment or whatnot. I can't lie, buddy. I don't like how you're saying that it's such a crappy philosophy to go in here and try to make a living off of it. That's kind of like saying to me, hey, you're using Bethesda's games as a point of making money right now, so screw you, you shouldn't be able to do that. It's like, well, it's my channel, I'm going to go ahead and put my take out there, and if people enjoy it, cool. If I make money off of it, cool. You know, that's how it goes, but I'm doing it because I love it. It starts off with a love, and then if you can, honestly, the best way of putting it is make money off doing what you love. You don't work a goddamn day in your life, and that's what everyone wants in life, at least me personally. So I like what you're saying, dude, but there's a few things wrong with it. Super serial, Matty. Why not simply add optional tipping services? And that's where it all comes down to. We get it. Okay, this idea was to get the mod makers to make this a full-time job, says Valve and Bethesda. Okay, and maybe they were. And a tipping service isn't going to get them those full-time jobs. But at least they'd be compensated to a degree, kind of like on Nexus, where if they put their mods out there, they would get some degree of money back. There are nice people out there who do donate money. Perhaps Nexus could do a system where they split a bit of their ad revenue on specific mods. So when you create a mod, that mod page is there, and as that mod page generates revenue from the ads on there, maybe the creator gets a split of that. That would be nice, personally, if you ask me. But Nexus is doing their own thing. I'd rather not mess with the mod community. Adding a simple donation button, it would just be great to have there just for people who are saying, I love this mod. I would like to give this creator some of my money because I wish I paid for something like this. Stuff like that does happen. There are nice people out there. Not everyone's going to pay for a mod. I know it would be a lot for me to pay for a mod because me personally, I have awful modding experiences. A lot of mods I have break, different languages, just crash my game, etc. And you know, it's a very complicated process. So honestly, you know, it is hard to get money off of tipping, but at least if it's there, there are going to be those people out there who do give these people money, and that's a good thing. They rolled it back, damn, that's crazy. How the community all came together and said, nope, that's not what we want. This is a shame because modders deserve more, but at least the gaming industry is listening to the consumers. Now let's fight back against day one DLC, unnecessary microtransactions, and $60 games with no content. Yes, 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 Sam, I fucking love you, bro. Yes, you comment awesome comments all the time, my friend. You always post the most awesome shit. This is probably your best comment I've ever seen, okay? Vote with your wallet. I know this is a common term for so many YouTubers that the big gaming crash is coming. If we don't vote with our wallets, we're fucked. Okay, but seriously, this is a primary example of what happens when you say, fuck you, I'm not buying your shit, take it the fuck down, and get volatile about it sometimes. And the companies are like, okay then. Fuck, let's fucking get rid of this. 3 years it took to get this program running, and we got so much backlash out there that they took it down after all that work. Do you realize how respectable and difficult that was for both Bethesda and Valve? But do you realize how powerful that means we are, honestly? If we don't buy DLC and say, fuck you, put it in the game, I want to unlock it by playing the game, they'll do it. If we say, fuck you, we don't want to pay for easy fatalities and the crypt items, they won't do that, okay? If we say, put more shit in your game or we're not buying it, they'll start putting more shit in so people do buy it. The Witcher 3, Batman Arkham Knight, perfect examples of games who have listened to consumers. Bethesda Game Studios as a whole, perfect example of someone who listens to consumers. Valve, perfect example. So vote with your wallets. Don't go off of, oh, well, I'm curious, let me buy it. Wait for the reviews. If the game sucks, I'm sorry, resist the urge. Don't buy it. If you're lazy and you want to buy these microtransactions to make your game progress easier, you're not actually really a gamer because the part of the game is overcoming the challenge and earning what you get, okay? I don't throw that not a real gamer card around, but if you're doing microtransactions just to make your life a ton easier, honestly, you shouldn't be playing video games all that much anyways. I understand the Ultimate Team stuff is addicting as shit. It's a big cash cow, but people just think before you buy. That's all I ask. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep saying great stuff in the comments, and I'll catch you next video. Peace out.